Good afternoon, everyone. Hi. How do you guys like those new trash cans you got delivered to your house? Okay, this is my first presentation, guys, so you got to work with me here, okay? Before we begin, I would like to thank Mr. Bowles, Meredith Mueller, Mr. Ortman, the Eco Club, the teachers, and you, the students, for helping us out with our new recycling program. We will begin with a little presentation, and then Ms. Patty from Waste Management will take over. She has a great assembly planned that will have you guys so excited that you want to go home and encourage your parents to recycle. Okay, by now you know that we've delivered a 95-gallon green toter and a 64-gallon blue recycling toter. The larger recycling containers will enable residents to recycle even more and throw away less trash. We also put these containers at the parks in the township, so if you're out playing basketball, you're in the parks, you can recycle at the parks now. What does recycling mean? Recycling is the diverting of shearing away of materials from the waste stream. Materials can be produced into new materials and or manufactured into new products, instead of being buried in landfills as trash. How many pounds of waste do Americans generate per year? Americans throw away, you can see the math there, Americans throw away 475 billion pounds per year. Aluminum recycled. Recycling one aluminum can save enough energy to run a TV for 3 hours. And enough aluminum is thrown away to rebuild the nation's commercial air fleet 4 times every year. Every pound of steel being recycled saves enough energy to light a 60-watt bulb for 24 hours. And enough iron and steel is discarded in the U.S. to continually supply the nation's automakers. New materials uses are new aluminum cans, new steel cans, car parts, airplane parts, bicycle parts, rebar, miscellaneous non-ferrous metal parts. Plastic recycled. If we recycled every plastic bottle we used, we could keep 2 million tons of plastic out of landfills. We use enough plastic wrap to wrap all of Texas every year. So you make sure you're at home with those plastic water bottles. They have to go in the blue recycling tote. New materials from the new plastics that are made are clothing, toys, plastic parts, carpet fiber, plastic lumber decking, flooring, car parts, and piping. Old newspapers. Recycling of each ton of paper saves 17 trees and 7,000 gallons of water yearly. Every year, enough paper is thrown away to make a 12-foot wall from New York to California. That's a pretty big wall. And the new materials that can be made from recycling are newspaper, corrugated boxes, printing and writing paper, office paper, specialty papers, tissue paper, paper towels, gift wrap paper, and fiber insulation. Glass containers. Recycling of one glass container saves enough energy to light a 100-watt bulb for 4 hours. 1 ton of glass made from 50% recycled material saves 250 pounds of mining waste. Glass can be reused an infinite number of times. More than 41 billion glass containers are made each year. The new materials from the glass are glass containers, flat plate glass, decorative landscaping, flooring, and aggravated. What kind of glass is that? Okay. Miss Patty will explain what kind of glass that is. We all benefit from recycling. Recycling helps the environment, It reduces greenhouse gas emissions, lessens the need for new landfills, helping preserve open space, saves energy, decreases air pollution, conserves resources for future generations. What are you going to do to help? We need your help as students to go home and make sure that the parents are recycling and what they're putting in those blue containers are recyclable materials. This is very important. So we're here today because most of you guys, I know, how many take the trash out in their house? You guys are the one taking these cans down. Okay? So what goes in there has to be recyclable material. And if you recycle material and you buy recycled materials, everyone benefits. Okay, so now I'm going to encourage your parents to recycle at home. Consider using small recycling containers for recycling in rooms like the kitchen, bathroom, and garage, where lots of items will be thrown away. Buy recycled. It's only buying things made from recycled materials that you will make it worthwhile to recycle things in the first place. All right, and now I'm going to turn it over to Miss Patty from Waste Management, and she has a great assembly program. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I'm not used to a microphone. Generally, I'm used to just speaking very loudly. So is everybody hearing me okay? All right, if I start talking too quickly, please let me know and I will slow down. Right now, we've learned a little bit about some of the reasons why recycling is important. A lot of very fast figures that Sherry showed you about what happens when we recycle maybe one water bottle, one tin can, one aluminum can, maybe one glass bottle. What is the number one reason why parents want to recycle? What's the number one reason why they will? What do they want to save? Money. Who wants to save money? Okay? Understand, let me explain the concept of what happens with trash. When trash is collected and taken to a landfill, it has to remain in that landfill forever. The money you pay for trash has to cover the cost of us as a company or another hauler like Republic who services the school to maintain the place where your trash is going to live forever. Pretty good bargain on what you pay for trash, and someone else is going to have to take care of it for the rest of its life. When you recycle, the cost of recycling is only just to pick them up from you and take it to be made into something else. Much less of a cost. So the more you recycle, the less you dispose. The less you dispose, the cost goes down. Now, as a township, you're all recycling the same amount. You all have these great toters, these roll carts that make it very simple. My goal would be for every single one of your households to literally fill up that blue container with all the right things and have very little trash. That would make Mr. Switcher happy too, because the less trash that is being disposed of by the township year over year over year is going to cost less. And when it costs your parents less, or it costs the township less, guess what they get to do with the extra money? They get to spend it on what kinds of things? They can spend it on schools, they can spend it on parks, they can spend it on fixing roads. So this one little thing, recycling, can actually improve the entire community just by doing the right thing. But the question becomes, why should we recycle? We're going to play a little game, and I need everybody who's wearing green to stand up for me. Only if you're wearing green. bag. Okay, here we go. All right. Now we have asked some of your friends, because they wore green today, purely accidentally, to come down and be our helpers. The game we're going to play is called Rot or Not. In this bag, show the bag, in this bag, nice, I like that. In this bag are different types of trash. Okay, listen up, you got to pay really close attention. In this bag are different types of trash. Your job, our job, is to figure out that if we throw each one of these things away, how long will it take to rot back into a natural resource? Okay, when we don't recycle, what happens to this particular item when it goes in the trash? All right, we have only 6 choices on the timeline. The first one is 2 to 3 months. Something in the bag is going to take 2 to 3 months before it dissolves or decomposes. Something is going to take 10 to 20 years. Something's going to take, 5 years. 10 to 20. Hold your bucket up if you're 10 to 20. Something's going to take 50, 500, and the last one, everybody? Forever. Yes, something in the bag has absolutely nothing organic or natural about it, and nobody knows how long it will actually take to rot back into being a natural product, because there's nothing natural about it. So let's see how well you're going to do. You ready? All right, what I have here, what is it? Paper. Notebook paper. And why do we love notebook paper? Because we do homework, right? All right, nobody loves homework? All right, okay. Well, here's the thing. When you're talking about paper, the best part about it is even if you get a failing grade, you can take the paper home and do what? Recycle it, exactly. But if we were to throw this piece of notebook paper away, who can tell me how long would it take for it to rot? Go ahead, right there. How long? 2 to 3 months. Very good. All right, very good. The next item is a soda can, but what is it made out of? Aluminum, right. I have to tell you that aluminum and glass are the absolute best products to recycle. Who can tell me why? Pardon? You can get money. Well, sometimes you can't get money right now for glass. Glass is actually in the toilet price-wise. But the reason why they're such good recyclables is because you can recycle them and turn them back into new products over and over and over without adding any new material. We don't have to go out and mine for material, bauxite, to make this. It can literally be melted down, made into a new aluminum product. Like Sherry showed you, there's all kinds of aluminum products that can be made from aluminum cans. Maybe it's new lawn furniture, maybe it's an airplane, or maybe it's another can by Pepsi. But how long, if I do not recycle this, how long is it going to take for it to rot or not? Way in the back. Yep. How long? Big guess. We've got 5 years, 10 to 20, 50, 500, and forever. Very good, 500. All right. Somebody has a fan club. All right, the next item. The next item. The next item is a candy wrapper. What's it made out of? Anybody know? Plastic? What else? Tin foil? What else? Paper, right. All of those items go into making a simple little candy wrapper. Is this a strong and durable item? No, you want to rip it open, eat that candy, and get rid of it as quick as you can, right? Is it recyclable? No, unfortunately it's not, because it does have fiber, it does have plastic, it does have foil, too many items all together to be able to have it separated back out. If I throw this in the trash, which I'm going to do, how long will it take to rot or not? Come on over here, let's get some representation. Right there. Nope, not forever. Right there. The second one, would you like 5 years? All right, very good, nice answer. All right. The next item is your standard soup or pet food can or vegetable can, whatever you want to call it. What's it made out of? What's it made out of? Metal, that's a cheater. Cheat answer. What kind of metal? Right there. What kind? I couldn't hear it. It's actually called a bimetal can because it has two different kinds of metal. It's a tin or a steel on the outside, and then it's lined with a different type of metal on the inside. Why do you think they do that? Any ideas why they use two different types of metal in these types of food cans? Yes. To preserve the food. Good answer. The kinds of food you're going to find in these types of cans are either a high sugar or a high acid content, both which will affect steel and tin. And these kinds of cans hold food that we want to keep on our shelves for a longer period of time. So they put the different type inside to preserve the food so it doesn't affect the can and vice versa. But if I throw it away, how long is it going to take to rot or not? Yes. Forever? No. Haven't you ever seen one of these? Have you ever seen a can out along a fence row or something? Have you ever seen it rust? All right, is rust a form of rotting? Exactly, right. So it is going to rust. Unlike the aluminum can, which does not rust, this one will oxidize because it does have iron in it. How long will it take? Yes, sir? Third one, 10 to 20. No, but good try. Which one? The fourth one, the 50 years? Okay, that'll work. 50 years. All right. The next item. A coffee cup. What's it made out of, everybody? All right. It is made out of a material called polystyrene. Who can tell me? Does polystyrene grow on trees? No. Do we mine polystyrene? No. Do farmers plant polystyrene? No. So where does it come from? If it's not coming from nature, it's coming from where? Yes. Where's it coming from? Yes. Yes, sir? A factory. It's entirely man-made. It's a combination of chemicals to make this product. Okay, and styrofoam or polystyrene is really great for keeping things hot or cold, but when it comes to being a single-serve item like this, it's actually not necessarily such a good product. How long is it going to take for this polystyrene cup to rot or not? Everybody? And that's a really, really long time. Okay. The last item is the grocery bag itself. Okay. We all use them. We all abuse them. How many of you return them to the grocery store for recycling? Ooh, not many. How many of you use it when you clean up after your pets? Yeah, there you go. There you go. Or maybe to carry your, your stinky sneakers from when you've been at practice. Maybe you've been out at ball practice or something. These bags, I will tell you, although they become a part of our daily lives, is actually the #1 problem for litter in America. Because they are so lightweight and they are so susceptible to wind, you will find that they are literally still hanging in trees, hanging on fences, guardrails, etc. It's the #1 litter problem that we have today. I'm not going to tell you not to use them, although I would appreciate if everybody would use recycled bags when they go to the grocery store. But you can return these right to the grocery store for recycling. The biggest problem is that they're lightweight. I want to show you a quick trick to keep you from creating litter in your own home or in your community by using these bags or maybe not using them properly. Let me show you. When you have these bags, whether you're going to throw them away or you're going to recycle them, I ask you to do Flatten it out. Just put an easy little knot in, nothing fancy. When I do that, what can't get in? Air. I hate that microphone. Am I okay without the microphone? Yes. Yes? So when you knot it, save them, take them back to the grocery store. Okay? If you're going to use them again, that's great. Put other kind of trash in it or whatever, bind it up, and then put it in your trash bag. But if you throw them away as well, please put a knot in it beforehand. That way, if there any reason it gets loose out of your trash or in transit somewhere, it will not become an airborne piece of litter. All right. So, but how long will it take for this to rot or not? No, not forever. It's made out of plastic. 10 to 20. Very good. All right, folks. Now watch. Watch. This one item, is it recyclable? Yes. That's recyclable. Is the candy wrapper recyclable? No. So hold on to that. Just hold it with your hand. Is this recyclable? Yes. It has to go back to the right place. One thing I will point out is these cannot be put in your recycle bin at home. Do not recycle these bags in that bin. They have to be recycled at the stores, not in your curbside bin. So this is recyclable. Your metal can is recyclable, saving 50 years worth of resources. Your aluminum is saving 500 years of resources. And the foam cup, is there a better option? What could we use besides the foam? Paper, right? A paper cup could be recycled, reusable cups, whatever. So the only two items in this whole row that would have to be thrown away is this and the candy wrapper. Just by recycling those other items, look at all the timeline, if you will, of resources you've been able to save from having to be dug up and to be used over and over to make brand new materials. Give your friends a really big hand, and now, all right, as they go back to their seats, let me tell you what we're going to do next. Listen up. I brought along a little bit of a video. What we're going to do now is I brought along a video that shows in 2010, Waste Management built one of the biggest recycling sorting centers on the East Coast. It sits in Philadelphia, and I'm the person that actually does the tours, but because of all the equipment you're going to see in this recycling video, we can't all go and see it, okay? So what I did was I decided to bring the video to you. So sit back. This particular video will show you what happens to your recyclables when they leave your house and they go to that facility eventually to be sorted back out into all the different types of materials. Okay.
Residential recycler, recovering and processing over 8.5 million tons of plastic, paper, glass, organics, e-waste, and metal per year. By the year 2020, our goal is to nearly triple the amount of recyclable materials we manage to more than 20 million tons per year.
We are aggressively investing in new single-stream technology as well as building new single-stream recycling facilities like the Philadelphia Material Recovery Facility. And when we build these plants, we're constantly looking at the newest and latest technology to extract more value out of the materials that we manage. So whereas in the past, there might have been some grades of plastic, say, that we couldn't capture, now at this facility, we're capturing film plastic and we're capturing 1 through 7 plastics. Single-stream recycling really makes it much easier for the consumer or the user to do it on a daily basis. So whether you're a resident or at a commercial property, really all you need to do is put your paper, your plastic, your metal, glass, cans, all in one container, and our facilities will do all the work.
It's hard for me to come without any reasons why not to do single stream recycling. The more people know about what we do, the better and the easier it's going to be to recycle. And that's the goal. Send it this way and we'll take care of the rest.
By making recycling easier, single-stream systems can boost recycling participation rates by over 50% and make the recycling collection process simpler and more efficient for residents, municipalities, and commercial customers. The Philadelphia Material Recovery Facility in Northeast Philadelphia exemplifies our commitment to recovering the value in waste. The 60,000 square foot facility was constructed using sustainable building and design techniques, which meet the LEED Silver certification standards of the U.S. Green Building Council. This innovative single-stream facility can process and sort more than 20,000 tons of recyclable newspaper, cardboard, aluminum, glass, and plastic each month, equal to the weight of 261 Boeing 737s. Customers who purchase recycled materials want them to be free of contaminants. They don't want plastic or metal mixed in with their paper, or paper mixed in with the plastic they've ordered.
The expectation is that we should be close to 100% purity in the materials that we're sending to our customers. We expect our machine to give us 95% of the quality. The extra 5% we do manually. We have all these technologies, but at the end, our employees make the difference.
So let's examine the single-stream separation process and how people and technology together produce a quality end product. A truck containing mixed recyclable materials arrives at the processing facility. After being weighed and recorded, the contents are emptied onto the tipping floor. The recyclables are loaded onto the main feed conveyor, which directs the material to several different sorting areas. In the first area, large rigid plastics, such as toys and buckets, are separated for baling and sale to plastic markets. Non-recyclable materials are discarded into the trash. The materials continue on to a series of disc screens. This specially designed separating equipment consists of rotating discs that push cardboard over the top. Larger pieces of cardboard are sent to a second conveyor for another pass to remove contaminants, and then to the baling process. Material that falls between the disc screens moves to the next sort area called the combination news screen, where paper materials are separated from household bottles and cans. The first section removes most of the newspaper, advertising inserts, and office paper, which is filtered onto a processing line, where any materials other than paper are manually removed. This product automatically falls into the final bunkers, which, when filled, is fed into the baler and prepared for customer pickup. The pre-sort and newspaper conveyor stations contain a series of air vacuums. These allow plastic bags to be removed from the line and sent to a separate bunker. The plastic bags, known as film plastic, are also baled and marketed for sale. After the disc screens have sorted out paper and cardboard, what's left, steel, glass, plastic, and aluminum, is directed to a glass breaker to remove glass, and then to a paper magnet to remove any remaining paper and film plastic from the container stream. The glass is transferred by conveyor to an inside storage bunker. The containers exiting the glass breaker then pass under a magnet that removes all steel cans for baling. The remaining materials, primarily plastic containers and aluminum cans, are then passed under an optical scanner to remove light plastic containers, such as soft drink bottles. The remaining containers pass a manual sort station where additional heavier plastics are captured. These include clear plastic containers such as milk and juice bottles, and colored containers such as liquid detergent containers. These products are also separated for baling. What's left, cardboard juice cartons or non-conforming plastics, pass under another optical scanner for removal. The remaining material goes through a magnetic field known as an eddy current to remove the aluminum, which is blown into a material storage bunker for bearing. Any remaining material not repelled by the eddy current goes to the waste line for transfer to a landfill or a waste-to-energy facility. At Waste Management, we're constantly on a mission to extract more value from the materials we manage, and at the same time, improve the environment of the communities where we operate.
When you can go back home and tell your children that what you do, and they find it interesting, not only that, you are actually influencing the future of the planet by doing what you do.
Get the chance to walk through that facility to see all the new technology, engineering, math, science, all of that goes into those types of systems working the way they do, so that it's able to separate all the different types of items that we buy at the store and we end up putting in our container. Does anybody in the audience have you brought any recyclables with you? Anybody? If you do, raise your hands. All right, let's see if the rest of the team, if the rest of the group knows whether or not these items, listen up, we're going to take you one at a time, and if your item is able to be recycled as part of the Township household recycling, you get to put your item in the bin. All right, so let's see one at a time. Let's start with the front row. Come on up. All right, what do you have?
A plastic bottle.
What kind?
Iced tea bottle.
What kind of plastic?
I don't know.
Well, how are you going to find out?
I don't know.
You don't know? Perfect, okay. Listen up. If you look at the bottom of the bottle, what are we going to find? A triangle recycling code. Folks, in the bin that you have at home, numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 style plastics. If the triangle in the bottom of the plastic container has one of those numbers in, you can recycle it. But what should we do first with it? I just got done drinking it. What am I going to do with it?
Throw it out.
Should I rinse it first?
Yeah.
That'd be great. I don't have to, but if you get the opportunity to make sure that it's empty and rinsed out, it can go right in the container. Do we have to leave the cap on?
Yeah.
We do have to?
Well, we don't have to.
We don't have to, so can we put the cap in separate? Mm-hmm. Okay, very good. Go up and put your item in the container. What's next?
I got a laptop.
You've got a laptop. Can we put these in the recycling container?
I don't think so.
No, why can't we? Is it a container? Did it hold food?
Yes.
No, exactly. So I'm sorry, I can't put this in my container. Can I recycle it some other way?
In that big box.
What big box where?
There's no big box in here.
I didn't see it. Who point to where the big box is? Everybody know where the big box is? Okay, so electronic items from school and at home can be recycled in the big box here in the auditorium. Awesome. So no, don't put that in my container. Well, no, you can hold on.
Oh no, I don't want to.
You're gonna go? Okay, good job. All right, what's next?
100% recycled paperboard.
Oh, 100%. Folks, if you look at the bottom, when you're in the grocery store, how many of you still go shopping with mom and dad? Okay, when you're shopping, look on the items that you're buying to see whether or not the package itself was recycled before. And this one says what? Say it again.
100% recycled paperboard.
Okay, so that means this box, no new trees were cut down to make this box. 100% recycled. Generally speaking, that comes from consumers like us. Can I recycle this in the blue bin?
Yes.
Should I always?
Yes.
What do I have to do when I'm done with my cereal in order to put that in the bin? Apparently you cut off the box top so you get points, right? Everybody knows you save the box tops for the elementary or whoever's saving them. But what about the plastic inside?
Throw it out.
We throw it out?
Recycle it.
No, you were right the first time.
Throw it out.
Okay, so the lining inside is not recyclable, but the box is. Should we throw it in big and bulky like that?
You can crush it.
We can? Should we?
Yes.
Yes, very good. When you crush your paper items or your cardboard items, very simple to do. Hold the mic.
Very simple. All you gotta do is open both ends up. Do it with a tissue box. Do it with any kind of box you have, whether it's a macaroni and cheese box, doesn't matter. Once you open both ends up, it becomes very flat. You can either fold it or put it inside like this. The reason you want to flatten your cardboard is so that more items can be put in the bin. If you have big boxes, if someone in your house buys things online and they have big cardboard boxes, you need to open them up, flatten them, and stick them in the bin. If not, you're going to be overflowing, and that bin will hold an awful lot of material.
Thank you. You can put it in. All right, what's next?
I had a styrofoam tray that we use at lunch.
Uh-oh. What do we know about foam, people?
It's not recyclable.
It's not recyclable in this system. Somebody somewhere may be recycling it, but it's not happening where we live yet. So what am I going to have to do with this foam plate?
Throw it out.
Throw it out. Is there a better option?
Yeah, use for plastic or something.
Something you can reuse even, right? If you bring your lunch to school, bring it in reusable containers and you won't necessarily have to use additional foam plates. So I'm sorry, that cannot go. Do you have another option here for it to be recycled?
No, I don't think so.
No, not yet. Okay, good job, nice job. Okay, next.
I have a glass container.
A glass container. What did it contain?
It looks like cucumbers, I think.
Nice. Pickles, baby? I like pickles. All right, can this be recycled? Yes. Items that contain food, we should rinse them out first, but then yes, this can go in the bin. You can leave the cap on or leave the cap off. She noticed on the label it says please recycle. The only items where the recycling symbol is really important to notice is on plastic, because there are plastic items that don't even have a symbol because they don't have a number. Do not recycle plastics that do not have a number on the bottom. Okay, thanks. You can put it in. What do you have?
A paper towel.
A paper towel. Should we recycle this?
Yes.
No.
Oh, no.
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 But you know what we can do with it? We can compost it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm sorry, that does not belong in my bin. All right, but thank you for sharing. All right, next.
I have an egg carton.
What's it made out of?
Cardboard.
Yeah, it's paper, fiber. Can it go in?
Yeah.
Can the eggs go in?
No.
Don't put any eggs in, right? Don't put the shells in the recycle bin, just the carton. All right, very good. Thank you. All right, what's next? A pen.
What am I going to, should we recycle that?
No, not in that bin, but we recycle pens here.
You do? Get out of town. How do you recycle a pen?
You just put it in a box and we take it to a place that reuses it.
That's awesome. Very cool. Did everybody know that? That you recycle pens here? That is really cool. Okay, well then save it for the other bin. Don't put it in this one. All right, thanks. What do you have?
I have newspaper.
Newspaper. All right, are we going to recycle?
Yes.
Yes, very good. Okay, off you go. Come on, what do you have?
She has an egg carton. Does this one look like the other one? No. What's it made out of?
Styrofoam.
Can we recycle that? Can we buy them in the paper ones instead?
Yes.
All right, very good. If you bought them in the paper one, you could recycle it. When you buy them in the foam, then it becomes part of your trash. So I'm sorry, it can't go in the recycle bin. But thank you for playing. How about you?
Phones.
Phones, okay. I can't put them in the recycle bin.
Where do you put them?
Put it in the big box.
In the big box. Those of you that don't want to bring or don't have the ability to bring materials here for the big box, where Mr. Scott works at the Township building, they also have electronics collection at the Township building. So if you have bigger items, maybe something that your parents need to bring, something you can't bring to school, they also have a collection spot there as well. All right, so sorry, can't go in the bin, but please recycle it in the big box in the back.
I have batteries.
You have batteries. I can't take those either. What are you going to do with them?
Put them in the big box.
Those go in the big box too. That's a big box. All right.
You can recycle them at FDR.
At FDR, very cool. So we're going to recycle our batteries here as well. That's awesome. Congratulations. So wherever they need to go, don't put them in my bin. How about you?
A random shoe.
A random shoe.
You're slack.
It doesn't look like it fits you, dear. Am I going to put this in the recycle bin? No. Look at all the stuff that it's made out of. Rubber and textile and leather. And I can't recycle that, can you?
Well, we recycle that at FDR.
Did you everybody hear that? Did everybody hear what she just said? All right, what did she say? We recycle it here at FDR. Congratulations, that's awesome. What's it going to be made into? Are they going to make new sneakers out of it?
They could make carpet or new sneakers.
Maybe running tracks? Maybe. Very cool. Yeah, save up your old sneakers and bring them into FDR. Awesome, thank you.
I here have a brown paper bag.
A brown paper bag. What is the key component of the bag?
Paper.
Paper. Is paper recycled?
Yes.
All right, so what are we going to do with it? Very good, thank you. Next.
I have this water bottle.
A water bottle wrapper. Okay, well, what's it made out of?
Plastic.
Is it a sturdy container?
I don't know.
Did it hold a food product?
It holds water bottles.
Yeah, but it's not the actual container, it's the wrapper, right? So there's a little bit of a difference. Can you recycle this? This is called film plastic, much like what's the plastic that you put, like a saran wrap? They're all a very flimsy kind of film. Can this go in the bin?
I don't know, it says to be recycled.
Yeah, it says to be recycled, but it doesn't tell you where. This cannot go in the bin. They would love for you to recycle it, but it's not acceptable in most of the different types of recycling programs. So unfortunately, you're going to have to do what with it?
Throw it in the trash.
You have to throw it in the trash. So, but thank you for bringing it in. All right, next.
I have an aluminum can.
Aluminum can. We love aluminum cans. What are you going to do with it?
Recycle it.
After you're done drinking?
Yes.
Yes, but not at school?
No.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Put it in the can. Next.
I have juice boxes.
Can we recycle the milk and the juice boxes in the big bin?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Good job. Thank you.
I have a plastic baggie.
Show everybody. Again, these are what we call film wrappers or film plastic. They're like Mylars. Very similar to the candy wrapper. Combinations of plastic and foil and even wax. These cannot go in the bin, unfortunately. Do you recycle them here at all?
We're going to start recycling them at FDR through TerraCycle.
Sweet, good job. I can't wait to see how many of those you collect. So those are going to be recycled here too. We're not running into too many trash items at all.
Hi, I have 2 plastic bottles.
Okay. Do you want to recycle them in the big bin? All right, very good. We will gladly take them. Do you know you can also, if your family drinks a lot of the big containers or even milk, once they're rinsed out, you can actually crush these. You take the lid off. Yeah, just step on it. I guess you don't need me to show you all that. Take the lid off, lay it down, press your foot on it. The biggest one, the person in the house with the biggest foot wins. Push your foot down on it, and if you want to, you can put the cap back on, which will help keep it from kind of expanding again. That also, when you crush it like that, also saves room in the bin. So that way you don't end up with too many items. Thank you. And last but not least, what do you have?
Toilet paper roll.
A toilet paper roll. All right. Now I will tell you that generally speaking, we are not looking to recycle the toilet paper, but the roll itself is made of what? Cardboard. Can it be recycled? Yes. You bet. Just like the center of a paper towel roll should always be recycled. If you look around your house, please put that in the bin. If you look around your house, I'm sure that you will find many, many, many different things if you just remember the key rules about the types of things that can be recycled. Thank you very much for letting us come today. I appreciate your time, and I hope everybody's glad to be back in school.